Hi guys. So we're gonna be watching some videos. No, I'm not going to my channel. Okay, Archie theme. Okay, how does this sound?
I couldn't imagine doing this jog without Propel immune support.
Okay, so tell me, how does it sound?
I prepared a short speech.
Ow. That, hang on. Archie theme. Archie theme. Okay, Archie theme. Archie's music is amazing.
Okay guys, so I may have just stumbled across a pretty big discovery inside of Roblox Piggy. Mr. P may not actually be responsible for the Piggy infection after all. Now of course you guys remember Mr. P, right? I know he hasn't been around in book 2, but he was a big character in book 1 and he was the crazy scientist that made this infected potion trying to save his wife and inadvertently caused the entire world to, well, turn into infected piggies. No, I'm not gonna go too far into Mr. P, but I don't know if Mr. P is actually the person behind the infection anymore. The real reason the infection started may actually be because of Mr. Stitchy and the insolence. And I got some pretty big, I got some evidence to back this up. I know what you guys are thinking, oh my god, here goes KreekCraft with his crazy theories again. Trust me, by the time this video ends, you guys are going to be like, oh, wait a minute, that sounds pretty good. KreekCraft's over here making a lot of sense these days. So all of this started when I saw the brand new mummy skin that was in Chapter 8. It was just released. Of course, it's not the bot skin, but it is one of the skins that was added in the update. And it is the Kamos skin. Kamos, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. And the reason the skin is interesting is because, well, it's a mummy. Actually, it's a real-life mummy. Kamos was actually an actual pharaoh during the Egyptian time period, so that's actually pretty interesting. It's actually a real-life character, so cool. Good job, Minitoon, adding a little bit of history in there. A real-life Egyptian pharaoh got infected. But the interesting thing about the skin is, well, technically, it's not an infected piggy. Technically, it's a zombie, right? Because if this was a mummy that lived hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, then there's no way that it could have possibly gotten infected through the traditional means. Because there's two ways to get infected in the piggy universe. Number one, you get attacked by an infected piggy, or number two, you would have drank Mr. P's potion. Now, of course, I don't think this pharaoh drank Mr. P's potion. In fact, we already know all the characters that did, which means that he would have had to gotten attacked by one of the infected piggies already out there. And of course, I don't think an Egyptian pharaoh had any infected piggies around during that time either, which means that this is just a zombie.
Okay.
Now, you may know where I'm going with this, but this brings us back to Piggy. Piggy is the bot inside of Subway Chapter 7 in Book 1, and we still don't know about this character. Because the weird thing about Piggy is we know that Piggy is a zombie, one from the name. In fact, in the Chinese version, they had to change the name from Piggy because they don't allow zombies in Chinese media. So we know that Piggy is a zombie. In the Chinese version, he's literally called Risen Piggy, meaning he rose out of the ground. Now, if Mr. P's potion didn't touch either the mummy or the zombie piggy, and obviously they weren't attacked by an infected piggy, then how in the world did they get infected? Apart from these two skins, there are no other skins that are, well, zombies, I guess you could say. I mean, technically, you know, the mummy's a mummy, but a mummy is kind of like a zombie. It's just, you know, it's a zombie with band-aids, okay? And I mean, looking at the state of zombie piggy's skin, I mean, half of his skin is literally falling off of his face, so he's been infected for quite a while. And by the time we actually reached the subway in Chapter 7, the infection was only going on for a few weeks, which seems way too early for zombie piggy to just be like breaking apart like that. Especially compared to all the other infected piggies, they're not breaking apart yet. So what's going on with zombie piggy? What's going on with this mummy? Also, I just found out that zombie piggy is actually a female. It doesn't really matter, but just thought I'd throw that out there before people complain in the comments. Now, there's two other interesting things about this. All right, number one, zombie piggy was probably around before the infection started. And number two, well, let's talk about Mr. Stitchy. We also know that Mr. Stitchy was around before the infection started. In book 2, chapter 1, the Owlie's map, all right, back during the Halloween, I think from like October to like January. If you played the Owlie's map, right back there in the background was Mr. Stitchy watching us, the player, and Doggy before we captured Willow Wolf.
Sub-Q skin is a highly active concentrate of advanced hyaluronic complexes, next generation.
According to Minitoon's rules, if something shows up actually in the game in a cutscene, then it is canon, meaning Mr. Stitchy was there. Mr. Stitchy is canon in the game. So if Mr. Stitchy was there before the infection started, because keep in mind the Alley's map takes place before the infection started, that means that the insolence was around before the infection started. So what if it's possible that Mr. Stitchy or someone working with him, maybe he even possessed Mr. P, or he tampered with the potion, he did something to actually alter the potion and make the infection get started. He used Mr. P, and now everybody is blaming Mr. P. Mr. P thinks it was actually him, but in reality, it could have actually been Mr. Stitchy doing something weird or crazy. I mean, he's some crazy, like, paranormal demon dude. I mean, he's got some powers. Now, there's something else really interesting here that I want to bring up that kind of ties all of this together. So, Minitoon has talked a lot about the eye color and the pupil color of piggies and the infected versions of the piggies mattering a lot. Of course, we don't know exactly what each eye color means. Obviously, like red eyes, blue eyes, yellow eyes, orange eyes, etc. That hasn't been fully revealed yet, but Minitoon has said to pay attention to the eye color of the infected because it does in fact mean something. Now, what's really interesting here is there's 3 skins in the game that have a pure white eye, and I'm not talking a white pupil, I'm talking a pure white eye with no pupil whatsoever. Can you guess what those 3 skins are? I'll give you a hint. One of them is non-canon so far, and the other 2 are canon. The one that's non-canon and doesn't matter in this example is Pony. The infected version of Pony has a pure white eye, which is interesting because Pony is one of the only characters in the game that actively talks about hearing the whispering in his head, about hearing the insolence talk to him and talk through him in his head. Guess what the other 2 skins are? You might be on the right track. Okay, Mr. Stitchy and Zombie Piggy. So crazy idea here. Maybe not so crazy. But check this out. Mr. Stitchy is talking to Pony. He's getting in his head. He's whispering in his head. And Pony has a pure white eye, just like Mr. Stitchy. And then, of course, Zombie Piggy, the infected piggy that was around or had to have been around before the infection started, would have had to get infected some other way other than the Mr. P method. Maybe he's being controlled by something. Check this out. A pure white eye, just like Mr. Stitchy. Could Mr. Stitchy be controlling Zombie Piggy directly? Maybe that's the link here. Again, I'm kind of just spitballing here because we're not 100% sure what all the eye colors mean, but it is really interesting that the only 3 characters and skins in the game that have a pure white eye with no pupil are the ones directly linked to Mr. Stitchy and or hearing the voices in their head. Tie this into the fact that there are some piggies that are getting infected and rising up from the ground that have not been attacked by an infected piggy. Obviously, an Egyptian mummy would not have been around or lived long enough to get infected by an infected piggy. They lived hundreds of years ago. And of course, Zombie Piggy too. So it makes you think. And also, why in the world was Mr. Stitchy watching us when we were arresting Willow Wolf in the alleys? Maybe he knew what was coming. Maybe he was watching us because he knew what was going to happen in the future. Because Mr. Stitchy and the insolence are actually the real reasons the infection started. Maybe Mr. P is innocent after all. Anyway, somewhat of a out there crazy theory here, I know, but I thought it's really interesting that we now have another skin in the game game that is, well, infected, but not infected through the traditional means. A zombie, if you would like to say that. Let me know your thoughts down below, though. And of course, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, red button underneath the video. Keep using star code RealCreek when you're buying your Robux and Roblox Premium, and I'll see you guys later today because our U2s is going to be launching at 3 p.m. EST. We're going to be live for the launch. It's going to be really exciting. I'm super pumped for it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. KreekCraft U2s. I'll have a link down in the pinned comment for it. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
It's funny.
What in my house? So you see, KreekCraft, I've come here to teach you. Okay, guys, I think it's time for a free Roblox giveaway in the chat. So if you want to win a free $10 Roblox code, just go ahead and type your Roblox name in the chat for me. Oh my God, it's time for the free Roblox giveaway. KreekCraft, pick me. It's Timmy. KreekCraft, pick me, pick me, pick me. All right, I'm seeing a lot of Roblox names in the chat there. Just keep typing them in there for me. Oh my God, I'm spelling my name literally so fast. KreekCraft, please pick me. I need this Roblox so bad. All right, and the winner is Timmy. Oh my God, I won the Roblox giveaway. This is truly the best day of my life all over again. I love you, KreekCraft. I literally love you. Yo, Timmy, congrats on winning the $10 Robux code. I'm going to be sending... Suitable for young children. Roblox care. Alright, so over the past year, I've done a few videos reading some angry parent reviews on various Roblox games, like Jailbreak and, of course, Piggy. And it's been a little bit since I've done one of these videos, so I thought I'd hop back in and see what our favorite parents are saying about our...
Yeah, definitely too long.
Alright, so today, we're gonna be reviewing some, actually, all...
Bun, mayo, chicken pickle, bun.
Bun pickled mayo?
Blasphemy!
Okay.
Ooh, it's naked.
The Naked Chicken Chalupa, only at Taco Bell.
It's gonna bump up the volume a little bit. This may be a little bit loud. I reversed the whole thing, and just listen for a second. Hear that? It said Zizzy will. Okay, guys, I'm gonna need you to sit back and buckle up for this because this is probably the biggest Piggy secret, the biggest Easter egg that's ever been found since like the true ending in chapter 12. What I'm about to show you confirms that not only Zizzy is alive, that her arm actually got cut off. We're talking that Zizzy is actually evil now. She's working with the insolence among a bunch of crazy other stuff. So sit back, enjoy, and watch until the end. So all this started with chapter 8. I'm gonna walk you through how I got this, and then we're gonna get into everything. Okay, so basically what you want to do, and you can do this yourself, you need to go to chapter 8, but it needs to be a brand new server, so a VIP server or a brand new server that's fresh, that was just created. Otherwise this will not work. It only works once.
But I don't really want to make 2 videos that are, you know, too long. So like not 2 videos that are too long. But to chapter 8. Go, 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 go. Down. And I think this has to be a VIP server. So to do this, it has to be a server that just got created, or a VIP server. I would prefer a VIP server. So this only works once per server. This only works once per server. So okay, you have to go to book 2. The mode you are on doesn't matter. The mode you were on does not matter, and then press play, and you will have to go to chapter 8. The mode doesn't matter. The mode doesn't matter. And then, okay, so I'll turn my volume all the way up. So like, hang on. So when you're on this room, move. Wait. Go this way. Wait. Freak, get a head start to the ends at as time on the timer. And go to this door. Open it. Okay. Here, so we're screening. You go to listen low and listen. Hear it? Hear that? Did you hear that? How do you be first on my outros? This song. Man. Darn man. Darn man. No, let's not do darn man.
Feels weird. Picking it up.
No.
Feels weird. Picking it up.
No, let's do some poke. Bigger one. Like,
Legacy of that shield is complicated. The legacy of that shield is complicated.
it's longer than this.
Oh, good morning, world.
Yes, no. It's even longer. How about this? How long is this?
All right.
This isn't too long.
Another day
Sit back
working.
and enjoy.
What is up, guys? It is Poke here, and welcome back to another episode of Brookhaven. We are here back, and well, ladies and gentlemen, I have officially moved into the neighborhood. You know, I was getting a little bit lonely, you know, just being on the way top of the hill, like all the way over there. So I have officially moved towards a few more people, all right? And I'm just gonna go simply inside my house, and, you know, we are going to just check out the brand new area. And why is my...
Let's just do KreekCraft. I like KreekCraft more than Poke. If you're watching, I'm sorry, but I like KreekCraft more. Let's watch this. This isn't too long. Sit back and enjoy.
character that the team came up with. Okay, guys, so Piggy the Lost Book has finally come out. It released yesterday, and honestly, it is really, really good. It is the best Piggy fan game out there. I am amazed by it. There are some parts of this game that I cannot believe that they were able to pull off on Roblox, and we're going to talk about it in this video. And there's some parts of this game that are even better than the main Piggy game. Like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say it right off the bat. Some parts of this game, Piggy the Lost Book, is better than the actual Piggy game by Minitoon. We're going to talk about all of that, though, right now. Just like we always do with new Piggy content, though, we do give out some Robux codes. All you got to do to win a Robux card, it's going to be a $10 Robux card. Just go ahead and be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment down below with your Roblox name, and I'll pick a winner in the next video to win a Robux card. Now, for the people unaware about the new Piggy game that came out yesterday, Derpy, who is one of the people that helped Minitoon on book 1 of Piggy all the way back in last year, 2020, when Piggy originally came out, where he collected a group of developers, and he has created his very own Piggy fan game called Piggy the Lost Book. Now, when I first heard about this, I was like, okay, cool, you know, this is probably going to be pretty good, maybe a little bit better than the average Piggy fan game, because there's a lot of Piggy fan games out there, especially RP games, and they're just not really that good. Like, they just don't really meet the quality level that regular Piggy has. And so going into this, I was like, yeah, it's probably, I mean, it's probably going to be fine. It'll be fun for a few hours, and then, you know, that's pretty much going to be it. Well, boy, was I wrong. This fan game has already broken records. The RTC Twitter account tweeted, wow, Derp and the team have already hit 500,000 visits on Piggy the Lost Book, a fan game, and it is the first day of release. Congrats to this amazing goal. That's really good. They had like 6,000 people playing at nighttime, which is honestly pretty good. On the first day of launch, they had, I think, almost 18,000 people concurrently playing, which is great. And Derpy and the team have already said that they're going to be weekly updating this game. New maps, new characters, new skins, new traps every single week. So we'll see what this game's got. Anyway, I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to break down the game and what exactly it is, because it actually has 3 different parts. It has an RP section, kind of like a Piggy Inner City section. It has the main story section, just like normal Piggy. And then it also has a cutscene editor. The cutscene cutscene editor is hands down the coolest thing I've ever seen in any Roblox game. We're going to talk about it at the end of the video. Kicking it off with the main story, though, this is confirmed to be an alternate universe story inside the Piggy universe. So kind of like an alternate Piggy dimension, alternate Piggy universe, according to Minitoon here. And honestly, I don't really know much about the story here. We are just a random survivor going through the world. We run into this character named Brella, I believe her name is. She's basically Bunny, or a stand-in for Bunny. She's an original character that the team came up with, and she basically helps us out, saves us, and is like, hey, you know what? We got to get to this bunker. You know, we got to get to a safe place. As for characters that's going to be showing up in the story in the future chapters, you know, Pony's going to be here, Willow's going to be here, George is going to be here. Like, all the main Piggy characters are going to be in this because, like I said, this is an alternate universe story. So this is probably going to be taking place around the time that book 1 took place. So cool. Awesome. As for the skin with the bot, it looks amazing. I mean, look at it. That looks really, really good. Like, I really like that. The map, too, for chapter 1 is also really, really good. There's a lot of really cool little things that they put in the map here. Like, they gave a backstory for Robbie. This is the company that built...
Like and subscribe. Bye.